So hi guys, in this video I'm going to talk about types of production system. So basically there are four types of production system: monotonic, non-monotonic, partial commutative and commutative production system. So basically what is a monotonic production system? Production system in which application of a rule never prevents later application of another rule that could have been applied at the first time when rule was selected. What basically this means, suppose there were two rules, rule 1, rule 2, and you have chosen rule 1 at the initial point and you have moved forward to the 5 to 6 steps. Then suppose you have chosen rule 2 and application of rule 2 was going to use in this step, like in the step 6. Then this rule will never prevent application of this rule, means this will allow rule 2 application in the step 6. But unlike in case of non-monotonic production system, it is a production system in which application of a rule prevents later application of another rule that could have been applied at the first time when rule was selected. Means suppose there were the same two rules, rule 1 and rule 2, and you have chosen this rule 1 and move forward to the third step, and now suppose application of rule 2 is required, then this production system will prevent application of this rule, means this rule will not allow, this production system will not allow application of another rule that could have been chosen at the same time when this rule was chosen. Means suppose now rule 2 application is required, now you cannot go back and change, and now you can use rule 2. So basically at a time you can only choose one rule and application of another rule cannot be applied. This is non-monotonic. Second, partial commutative. This system states that if an application of a particular rule transform state x into state y, then permutation of those rule transform state x to y. Means suppose there are two states, state x and state y, and there were three rules, 1, 2, 3, and this using these three rules state x was converted to state y. Now permutation of these three, means suppose 3, 1, 2 can be used, and again state x can be converted to state y. It states that if application of a particular rule transform state x into state y, then permutation of those rules transform state x to y. Means suppose you are using the permutation of the rules, then again you can convert x into y. And now coming to the fourth, that is commutative, which is nothing but monotonic and partial commutative. A production system which is both monotonic, that is never prevent rule, and which transfer permutation of rules from x to y, then it is a commutative production system. Now coming to the relationships between the four type of production system: monotonic, non-monotonic, partial commutative and non-partial commutative. Before telling about the relationship, please keep in mind that all artificial problems can be solved by any type of production system. Means there is no foundation that you should use this production system for this type of problem, or you have to use this type of production system for this type of problem. Means all problems can be solved by all types of production system. But yet there have been few categories in which problems can be divided. Means a monotonic and partial commutative. If you are choosing partial commutative and monotonic, then theorem proving problems can be solved. Theorem proving problems means solving ignorable problems, in which you have to ignore few of the steps or the odd ones. Then this types of problem come into the monotonic and partial commutative category. Second is partial commutative and non-monotonic. in which these two category, partial commutative and non-monotonic robot navigation, means this is a category in which changes occur but can be reversed. Suppose there is a robot and he want to go into some destination and you are using north, north and east, but in spite you have used north, east, north. Suppose there is a robot and this robot want to go somewhere and you have chosen north, north, east, and if you have chosen north, east, north, then at both he will be in the same place, means changes occur but can be reversed. This is a category of partial commutative and non-monotonic system. Non-partial commutative system, basically monotonic or non-monotonic, both are irreversible changes occur, means once something has happened cannot be reversed, just like a case of chemical synthesis. Suppose at particular temperature like at 30 degree you are adding some chemical A to chemical B, then it not be a case like you can add chemical B to chemical A at any temperature, means once what you have done cannot be reversed. It is a case of non-partial commutative system. Thank you.